Aquarius, welcome into a general weekly reading for you. I hope you're doing absolutely amazing out there. I do feel right off the bat your energy throughout this week period and maybe even surrounding it, very laid back but hardworking, very chill and easygoing. That's the best way to put it. I feel like you're not making things more difficult than they need to be, while you might find one if not multiple people, say at work, maybe in your life otherwise, are making things harder for themselves. And maybe even for that situation that it's taking place within. But I feel like you are getting what you want throughout the week in regards to maybe hearing from somebody specific. Maybe it's a new commitment otherwise. I feel like for somebody it's in regards to your business doing better, if not two at most. But I feel like you are needing to think about what needs to be completed more so moving forward in order for you, or minimalized, in order for happiness to be more so within your energy field, because it feels like this collective has maybe been feeling a bit, I'm hearing sour, a bit blah, or maybe just feeling disconnected from a lot in your life due to, I feel like it's at least partially intertwined with how you're changing. But I feel like the color white is, it's another time period where that is very significant for you, having a spiritual meaning of purity. That always comes to mind when I think of the spiritual color white. But I feel like you're going to be getting to know yourself and maybe someone else in your life a bit better throughout the week, given I feel like a lot of people these days have been changing on a soul level. But it feels like this is a time for you where you want to get things right, you want to improve things, and they're saying good, roll with it, okay, but don't force it all the meanwhile. It's a time for you where you're needing to step out of your comfort zone or out of your shell a bit more and explore, experience, and try new things even. But it feels like a period of time for you where you can't help but ask a lot of questions. I don't know why I'm getting that as well. It's a pondering sort of curiosity about your energy and what you're focusing on that is going to leave you with some clarity coming to be. All right, whether it's more in regards to your past and or future, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's somewhat relating to your current day situation. I had to shift indoors for the remainder of our reading because there was just a lot going on out there. It was going to be too noisy, but let's keep pulling. Flopping onto the ground, we have the Lover's card as well as the Queen of Swords and the King of Cups. It feels like you're being reminded of certain levels of healing that you need to get done. But again, this King of Cups reiterating what we were talking about in the beginning, being, that your energy throughout this week period and even surrounding it, very laid back, okay, very peaceful. But I feel as if you may be a little bit worried about something in regards to your future. Okay, somebody it's intertwined with your finances. It could be more in regards to, say, a connection, or maybe you're for some worry that you're not going to meet the right person or find love in this lifetime. And Spirit's saying what you are specifically finding yourself concerned about or worried about, it doesn't feel like a new concern or worry. You need to recognize that there's nothing to worry about, okay? Because you're going to be aligned with and connect with, receive even, exactly who and what you're meant to in the right divine timing. But it's this feeling of somebody drawn to the reading, for example, wanting to meet somebody new in the category of love and romance, someone to date, if you will. But then you need to ask yourself, what have you been doing too much of or too little of? What needs to be adjusted and changed before the right timing comes to be, before that connection, develops in your life? Because you don't want to taint it or weigh it down or ruin what could be quite magical, right? Or what's meant to be magical. But they're saying the spiritual meaning of a fish, the spiritual meaning of a fish. How you're accessorizing throughout the week is very noticeable. It's very likable. You may be as well finding that your masculine side is coming out to play. Interesting, because everybody, regardless of your gender or how you want to be perceived, has that masculine and feminine side. But for whatever reason throughout the week, in a peaceful way or ways, your masculine side is coming out to shine. But I feel like the way you're sitting is very much speaking upon the spiritual presence, if not multiple, within your field at that time, maybe even who is acting through you. I know that's kind of a weird concept to think about, but it does happen. But I feel like you're going to be noticing things very randomly throughout the week. let me elaborate. I feel like it's this time period where Spirit's pushing you to notice little things of importance, maybe in regards to how someone is actually feeling in a moment, or maybe in regards to something that's going to help you get the job done, or maybe navigate through the week and along your path a lot better moving forward. But as well, we have the Eight of Cups. Did we already mention this? I feel like you're going to be stepping away from toxicity or just bad energy very efficiently. It's like, I don't want my energy to be adjusted negatively. Maybe as well, I feel like for some, when somebody or something is making you nervous, you can't continue to associate yourself in the moment, at least, or in general, with whoever or whatever that is. Somebody, it has to do with a job, and maybe now you need to take an early break, or you find Spirit guides the work day to be wrapped up earlier. But for a lot of which, I feel like it's a conversation or two, or even, I want to say maybe something like a conversation that's taking place that you're outside of. You're not even participating, but you're listening in, and it feels like, or maybe just noticing the conversation and Spirit saying, find somewhere else to be. Find something else to do, because if it's making you nervous, or it has bad energy, or could make a sticky situation come to be, or circumstance, then you need to, again, not associate yourself. Readjust your energy when need be is now what I'm getting, because it feels like you might be at times feeling a little bit out of it, or maybe feeling a bit moody at a certain point. I feel like there are some empaths drawn to the reading like myself where you're not actually in a mood. It's just kind of coming to be because of someone else's energy. And that could obviously apply to a spirit or two having that sort of moody or blah energy, or maybe even nervous energy all the meanwhile. So just maybe, you know, cleanse your energy or just adjust where you are. I feel like it's going to be beneficial in your downtime to either take a nap and or go for a walk, because or maybe a workout for somebody otherwise, because it's going to be feeling good to be active, to even get the chance and allow yourself to heal via sleep. Because I wouldn't be surprised if being drawn to this reading, as the Spirit just pushed me to twitch, if you're somebody like myself who struggles or has in the past struggled with sleep for one if not multiple reasons. And so now is the time to see some improvement come to be in that category, and maybe gain a dream or a message otherwise of importance. The Empress as well coming out. I feel like Aquarius, you want to give birth to something new, otherwise it doesn't feel like what you're concerned about, if that applied to you once again, but it feels like the new for the future, the possibilities, the potential is very much within your awareness, you know, plopping around in your beautiful, intelligent Aquarian brain. But you can't help but wonder, well, when is this going to happen? Will this happen? What's it going to look like? What is it going to feel like? And Spirit is saying, you do not need to, and don't, maybe you don't even want all the answers, but you can't help but be curious. Again, asking a lot of questions throughout the week. But I feel as if you're meant to be walking towards happier days. This is now coming up in the third of the 4 signs that I read for the specific week, where you have left things behind in the past and ended up happier. That may just take a highlight for a hot second or two, or randomly, in order for you to remember that you can't stick with what just feels familiar, or what has maybe once served you and doesn't fully or at all now. Okay, and obviously therefore won't moving forward. You're going to be feeling a little bit annoyed with somebody in your energy field, or maybe who you're energetically connected to or connecting to at a distance. And as I just saw the 5 of Swords, and they're saying, don't sweat it. Okay, do not sweat it. That may be one way that you're making it a little bit difficult for yourself, just being completely honest. But the 3 of Pentacles, because I feel like this is a time for you where you're being noticed. Another week of gaining attention. I wouldn't be surprised if you're being discovered and, okay, watched over, but it almost feels like there's, for somebody, a boss figure, or maybe a parental figure who is watching you too closely, even if they're not in your physical presence. Because I feel like there's a situation where there's maybe a security camera or two, or maybe just they're right around the corner. But things are meant to be brightening up for you. I don't know why I'm getting that, as well as my camera just went from a dark screen or a darker screen and it just brightened up. But 731, look up the angel number meaning, 731. You're going to feel as if the week as well highlights your importance in this world, right? To other people, other aspects, you know, what you do, all the meanwhile. And I also feel like you have a voice of importance, and that might be one way that you're meant to be reminded or informed of your importance in general. You needing to, okay, for some, remember a reading that you're watching, or several, they're general, okay? Whether it's this one, it could be, you know, readings that you find yourself more so watching throughout the week. But you're going to as well be pushed to, if it's possible, get out into the sun, right? That might be one of those moments where Spirit pushes you to go for a run or a walk, a stroll, if you will. But yeah, they're saying you need sunlight in your life. It's going to help improve your mood. It's going to maybe inspire you and help you feel the warmth that you need at this time. Love that. I mean, don't overdo it, of course, and they're saying wear your sunscreen. But I do feel as if you need to be feeling this warmth in your life that I feel has been stripped away, at least at certain points or in certain ways, rewinding back, maybe even currently. But I do feel as if this is a time for you to be feeling the peace quite alive within your world, being that easygoing Aquarius, even if you normally aren't one to be that way, okay, or to be viewed in that manner. But I do feel as if it's a time for you where, again, you're gaining attention and you're going to be accomplishing very, very easily. It's a week for you to be the most peaceful, most accomplished version of yourself. Beautiful reading. So if it was truly helpful, don't forget to book a personal reading with myself. Everything lies down below in the description box. You just have to shoot me a quick email. I'm, of course, sending you, as always, a ton of love and light.